This is Tarot by Fergus, and right now we're doing a reading for the recent shift in the wind, we'll say, that has been happening the last couple of days. Um, it's just weird energy, and I pretty much did this reading to clarify what exactly is happening. So I'm using my Magic the Gathering Oracle deck that I've slowly been putting together. This is what happens when you're both a tarot guy and also a big Magic the Gathering nerd. So the main card that comes out is here, and it is the Nightmare Horror. So there's not a lot of good things to say about the Nightmare Horror, but basically the thing is, the nightmare energy shows something that you have to face. It shows a fear, and it's not going away, right? So there's really nothing to do except for face this thing. Down in the corner, this is normally the card's power and toughness, and it basically shows how strong the thing is, right? And both of these things are unnamed here because this is something that can be as strong as you let it be. So first, we're dealing with something, and it's a fear, and it's not going to go away by itself, right? So then I'm looking at a little more about this. So first we have Parhelion, right? This thing basically shows a place. So the Parhelion card, in the way that I read these things, pretty much shows a meeting place, or some place that you would go to hang out with people or whatever, right? So the Nightmare Horror is attached to a place. Now, when we find out more about that, we get Alicia, who smiles at death. Now, the way I read this card, Alicia basically shows something that we used to really care about. And then Alicia is the one that brings it back from the graveyard, right? So this is something that's kind of been missing for a while and is recently coming back up. So one of the other subtle things, I guess it's not so subtle since Parhelion is technically a vehicle. In my case, I recently got a driver's license after not having one for like 10 years. So in my case, it could specifically actually be about a vehicle. And this is something that I haven't had for a while. It kind of came back from the graveyard, like Alicia says. And this is me facing the fear that is connected with pretty much driving without a license. So I had the opportunity to drive the other day legally, but the whole time I was super freaked out because I'm just so used to not having a license. But overall, this shift in the wind and the new energy that is showing up, there's something that is reappearing after a while. And it's either, in my case, connected with an actual vehicle, or in most cases, connected with a place that you have gone to, like, meet up with people. But here, it's the Nightmare Horror, and this basically says you have to face your fear. You know, first identify what it is, and understand that you make it strong or you make it weak, you know. So identifying the actual fear and then facing it head on. That is the plus side of nightmares. They're very powerful teachers. And the other thing I would say about this is try to pay attention to your dreams in the upcoming days, or in the last couple days too. Yeah, so that's what we got for probably the next 3 or 4 days, or however long the shift in the wind happens. Peace.